red light and over 120,000 are injured. 45% of all crashes occur at intersections where someone often has a stop sign or red light and fails to stop and or yield the right of way after stopping. When the driver fails to stop for a traffic control device, the results can be deadly, particularly if they are rushing to beat a yellow light. Failing to stop constitutes negligence on the part of the vehicle operator. The following has been brought to you by Griswold Health and Safety.
The home of Griswold Wolverine Sports, SNSN.
So that was brought to us by Griswold Health and Safety.
Yeah.
What did they do to bring that to us?
Who else? I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
I said, what did they do to bring that to us?
Somebody, I don't know. That's a good question.
Okay. This message is brought to you by Griswold Health and Safety.
That's right.
Should I be thanking Jim Barney for that message? Should I be thanking Rich Waslick? Say, hey, Rich, thanks for the message.
That was pre-recorded by somebody.
Some jerk.
Jerk did it. Yeah, we got a professional to do them now.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, we don't mess around now. Only the pros do it. We don't mess around with people just from off the street.
No, we get some big time names.
No.
Yeah.
Oh God. So just to kind of recap, for a couple of days ago, which you weren't here, they had that town meeting.
Okay.
At the high school.
Yeah.
So they put the pause button on marijuana in town, and for anybody that wants to fill out an application to be a retail establishment or distributor of marijuana products, cannabis products.
Have they set a date on how many?
1 year.
It's 1 year.
1 year. It started yesterday. It started immediately. So there's a temporary what's called moratorium, which I believe is Latin for stop.
Yeah. Well, you can't do anything till 2022 anyway.
However, that's correct. But businesses
want to get the apps in.
Could have put applications in now as soon as it was deemed legal.
Yeah.
But nobody had. There were no applications that were put in. And now they can't do it for a year.
Yeah.
So from what I understand when we talked to Miranda Mahoney yesterday, is that it's 1 year, and it'll stop another year.
Yeah.
Just because it takes a while.
Well, yeah, because it takes time to get the app. It's not going to come over overnight.
No,
it's going to take time.
No, it's going to take time.
Yeah,
it's going to take time. So that's what's going on, and as far as the marijuana. So like as far as a retail establishment. So in Griswold we have under 25,000 people, so we can have one grow,
right?
One business that grows, and one that is a retail establishment.
Right.
It's not just weed you smoke; it's
all the other stuff.
Yeah, it's edibles and all this stuff. So
yeah. Do we know? Does she know, or she heard of any other town close by?
Yeah, it's funny that you say that, because the town attorney for Griswold also suggested. Well, I guess they are the attorney for many towns.
Okay.
In Eastern Connecticut and throughout the state, and I guess they have recommended to other towns to do the same thing.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So it's like do they have stores? Do they have? I mean, it goes deeper than that. It goes like, do they have a designated area in town where people can go smoke if they want to? But we don't have enough residents to say that to deem it necessary that Griswold puts a designated.
I don't think that would be
marijuana smoking.
I don't
area.
think there would be.
Now, New London, different story. They have enough residents, to make that happen.
Yeah, I would think that it would be like any other thing to do with smoking. we don't have a designated smoking area here. I would think some towns do have a designated smoking area because you can't smoke in buildings anyway.
No.
So I would think anybody trying to smoke marijuana, the same rules would apply.
I would think so.
But the problem is that what's to stop you from eating the chocolate chip cookie?
Well, that's a good point, but
I mean,
I don't really know. I don't think it goes much deeper than that, and like, for example, one of the things that Heather Summers had said that she voted no on the entire thing was because, there were no provisions for kids.
yeah.
You know what I mean? So
Yeah, I mean, you hear Miranda talk a lot about how a lockbox for grandma, locking her pills. Guess what? I think there's going to have to be a lockbox for Grammy's marijuana.
you'd be very surprised.
Yeah.
How many people actually in that age group smoke marijuana?
Yeah, because they're part of the 60s and 70s, for crying out loud.
Mm-hmm.
They're all grown up now. You didn't think they smoked back then. You're out of your mind.
I know.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
guess what? And because of its medical purposes, they're probably using it right now. So they're going to lock it up so the kids can't get at it. That's for sure. Same thing. So.
Well, they're going to have to do the same things. They're going to have to lock it up. They're going to have to, hide it and stuff like that.
Yeah,
Because there are a lot of people that go, hey, Grandma, can I use your bathroom?
Yeah,
Next thing
exactly.
you know, they're in the bathroom.
Sure.
They're rifling through the medicine cabinet.
I would think a lot of companies are going to have to add something into their HR stuff to keep, not allowed to have marijuana edibles on site.
Okay. What about coming to work stoned?
No different than coming to work drunk.
Again, that would have to be like some sort of HR provision, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I know when I worked at Eversource, there was a problem.
See, now
saying
you just said you just opened up a whole can of worms.
Yeah.
Where you said, well, what about people coming to work stoned? Well, you said, well, it's like alcohol coming into work drunk.
Yeah.
Don't say that to somebody that smokes pot regularly.
Yeah.
Because they will tell you, no, it's not.
Yeah, that's true.
So.
Yeah.
But
Well, I think there's a whole new set of rules that are going to have to take place and policies and procedures that a lot of big companies saying, hey, look, you can't even have it in your car. I know when I worked at Eversource that you couldn't have booze in your car.
Mhm.
You're not supposed to have it. I mean, did people have it? Who knows? You could put it in the trunk.
Sure.
But the rule
Who's gonna
says
know, right?
you couldn't have it on company property. Well, I would think there'd be something now saying,
in
hey,
case
look,
you were going to have a liquid lunch.
yeah, well, yeah. But now you could go down to the cafeteria, bring your lunch with you. Who the hell knows if you got a chocolate cookie that's loaded with, you're drinking it with your milk? Who the hell knows?
They have gummy bears now that are loaded with ghost peppers and Carolina Reapers.
Yeah. I mean, how you
Yeah.
got to know? I mean, you have a
Reaper gummies are
have
called.
have some gummies sitting on your desk and have it pick one up every now and then. Oh man, can you imagine the afternoon 2:00 naps?
It's not just for the senior centers anymore.
No, but I mean, it's opening up a whole. You're right. It's going to be a whole new can of worms to have companies put procedures and policies in place to prevent that kind of stuff from happening out of the workplace.
So let's take a look 20 years in the future.
Mhm.
Do they change the rule
Yeah.
where you can only have one retail establishment for 25,000 people in a town?
I would think they would.
Okay. How many liquor stores?
How many we have here? 3, 4?
Exactly.
Other than in the supermarkets that are close by selling beer too.
There really isn't a supermarket here. I mean, you can't really say Better Value because they have a standalone brick and mortar right next, even though they own it.
Yeah, next door to it.
What about Big Y? I don't know if they do or not.
I don't think they do.
And I don't know if ShopRite does or Stop and Shop.
I don't know. Yeah, but I think
Aldi does.
Aldi does.
Aldi does.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so there you go. So I mean, if you've got any kind of liquor on here, if you
Mhm.
smoked any kind of, you had a beer or you had any liquor, you kind of smell it.
Oh, sure.
But I mean, if you smoked, yeah, you could smell it.
Well, it's the same thing. If I eat a powdered jelly donut, I can't hide that. and I get that crap all over me. I don't know why they put powdered jelly on these donuts. It's
to get your shirt dirty.
yeah. There's no way if you're trying to hide that from
You
somebody.
can't.
Like I didn't have a donut.
That's
No, I didn't
That's
have
why they do it.
Yeah, figures.
Yeah. But it's going to be interesting.
It is going to be very interesting
go
to
forward.
see how this progresses and
Yeah.
moves on. So, as far as the town of Griswold is concerned, I don't think it'll be some time, before we have a legal grow operation and a retail store. So,
Yeah.
so one to grow, one to show. So, are you a grower or are you a shower?
That's
my
not to
God.
say that it's not to say that there won't be any in town. There will be in town. I mean, is that
Yeah, but when? It's not going to be for quite some time.
yeah, but you in 2022 you can grow your own plants.
Let's say that they went ahead 1 year from now,
Yeah.
lifted the pause button, lifted the moratorium,
Yeah.
and then all of a sudden they got flooded with applications.
Yeah.
Well, you know what's going to happen is a year after that. I mean, you'll have people in business.
Oh, yeah. But what I'm saying too, come 2022, if people want to have pot, they could grow their own and make their own
Right.
and make their own edibles.
People can do that now.
Not legally.
They can grow a
Uh,
small amount. I think
I
they
don't
can
think
have
so.
1 plant or 2 plants.
6.
Oh, so you're pretty.
Oh,
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's weird. You all of a sudden 1 plant, you go 6, and then all of a sudden, before we even went on today, you're saying, "Do you know how much money I spent on kerosene to keep my greenhouse going?" Now I understand. It is true, folks. Paul's Pot Farm is in business. You're so busted.
I think you have to
Yeah.
wait till 2022 to grow.
Okay.
Believe. Yeah, I think it is.
that very well maybe.
Yeah, I think so. But this whole moratorium doesn't stop people from growing. It
No.
only stops
It
apps.
never did.
I know.
It never did.
So
It's not going to stop them now.
no, I know.
It's not going to stop them later.
There are
It didn't
people-
stop them 20, 30, 40 years ago.
There's people smoking now. Because I don't know how many times I walk by something. What the hell is that stinky smell?
You are not going to stop
Oh, yeah.
these, anybody that does this.
No, you're not. No.
It's just kind of like, all right, we can't beat them, so join them kind of thing.
Yeah.
Everybody, there's a big meeting tomorrow night at Paul's greenhouse at his house. So, one thing about the law though is there's no provisions for kids to keep kids
Yeah.
safe, and that was one of the things that Heather Summers had said. So
Yeah.
why she didn't?
Yeah.
There weren't any provisions in the bill for kids.
Well, was there any provisions for kids when it came for liquor? When that came out? None.
I don't know.
Because it
I guess
comes
not.
down to responsibility of the parent.
So do we? So do we just go into prohibition?
Well, pretty much we're right back to, I mean, if you think about it, we have been in that stage with people smoking pot and doing stuff. They were doing it illegally, just like they did during the 20s and 30s when they were building bathtub gyms. Same thing.
So Rich says grower and a shower. That's what we get, in the town, right?
Yeah.
I don't think we're talking the same thing. But anyway. And Sheena says Paul's Pot and Potpourri Place.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's right. If I put some smelly stuff in it, you wouldn't tell.
I can see you there, with your little register, and you're sitting there going, "Hey, do you have some of that?" And you'd be like, "What?" Would you like? Yeah, I got some chips here. You want some chips? Is that? Yeah. Huh? What was your question? These chips are pretty good. have a few.
Yeah. Well, it'd be
Have some
interesting.
chips.
It's interesting because we do have a greenhouse in town.
No, let's not go there.
I know.
That's
it's not
somewhere.
good.
I'm gonna stay away from that.
Yeah. It's going to be.
That's trouble right there, dude.
That could-
I'm not- no.
that could be trouble.
Oh God.
Well,
So the bottom line is, it's going to be 1 year before anybody can.
Yeah.
From yesterday, that anybody can put in any application to start a cannabis retail establishment.
yeah. So it'd be interesting to see about the other towns if they follow.
We'll see. That I asked Miranda about that, and that's when she had told me that
But,
the town's attorney had suggested other towns do that too. Because I said to her right out, I said, well, if Griswold doesn't have it, what's going to stop them going to Plainfield or Danielson or Norwich?
Right.
You know, and so that's when she had said that that they were suggesting, the attorneys were, that all these towns put a 1 year moratorium on it.
I wonder what
Griswold can get rid of it altogether.
Oh, they can.
Just because it's a
just
law,
doesn't mean they have to. Yeah, you're right. They can do that. But I wonder where's the one we have now in Montville?
I've never been there. I think it was Uncasville.
Uncasville. Yeah, I wonder what that town's, because they can sell it. I wonder if there's something that
I think it's only medical marijuana that they can only sell to those customers.
Correct. It's only medical, but they could grow for medical.
What do you mean?
Somebody could grow it for medical stuff. I mean, it comes in everything. I mean, they have all kinds of stuff down there, all the edibles and everything else. The liquids and.
Now, you've been there. I have never been there.
My wife has a medical card. She tried it, but it didn't help her too well. But I tell you, when I went down there, I was so shocked that
you said it was really clean.
Well, but what I'm saying is that I thought I was driving into a freaking McDonald's.
Why?
There was so many cars in the parking lot. I couldn't even find a place to park. It's crazy.
It's like getting on Space Mountain.
I mean, it's like the amount of people going in there, and they come out with a little white bag. But what you do is, I guess you call up.
Okay.
You call up, and then you tell them what you want. But before you can even get it, you have to talk to somebody down there to discuss your situation. But the stuff is not.
Do they have nurses or
they have somebody down? They have
on staff.
They have somebody down there that when you first start off, they talk to you. You explain your situation, and then they explain all about the stuff that they have.
Now, do they help people get their medical marijuana card, or no nothing like that?
It's all done through your doctor.
Okay.
Yeah. And I think you got to pay. What the hell's the fee?
Rich says it's Route 32 by the town mini plaza.
Right.
Okay. Shayna says law is so confusing. There are so many stipulations in the pot laws. Hilarious laughing emoji. It isn't what I wanted to know. Isn't I don't know what she's saying here. I wanted to know I go to Uncasville, but only medical. Yes. If you have your license right now, you can grow personal. I thought you could grow personal.
Oh, okay. I didn't realize that.
Yeah, but no. Well, Shane, hold up. If you have your license,
What kind of license?
right? They're not giving licenses yet.
No. I think when it comes to next year, I think you can grow it
Yeah,
without anything.
But now it's gonna. Now you can't expect really anybody until 2023 because they're putting that year out.
Yeah. Well, a commercial grower.
Mm-hmm.
That would be 2023, right? Because we can't do it. Because
right, but can you do it in your home now?
I don't think so legally.
I think as soon as it passed, you could. You can have a certain amount of plants in
My
your
guess
house.
is 2022. I believe the plants could be grown. We should probably check that to be sure, but I thought it was 2022 before you could grow.
Well, if anybody knows in the chat group,
Yeah.
But as far as the licenses are concerned, no.
No, that's the growers that
Right.
would have to do it, and probably the sellers would have to have a license.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, of course, you have to apply for the license, and
Yeah.
people can get denied.
Oh yeah.
They can get denied for these licenses. It's not something that they're guaranteed. And I would think too that the people that own dispensaries,
Yeah.
because they're really just private businesses.
That's just private. Yeah.
That they would have the in
Oh yeah.
on opening retail establishments in towns.
Yeah. And it's probably going to have to be so many miles away from a school or whatever. It's going to be all those kinds of rules in there as well.
All right, here we go.
Yeah.
I'm going to read it for the people that can't read this on the app. Ready? Rich says medical marijuana patients will be able to grow up to 3 mature and 3 immature plants at home starting October 1st, 2021, with a cap of 12 total plants per household. All adults over the age of 21 will be able to grow under the same rules starting July 1st, 2023.
Oh.
Plants must be grown indoors and must not be visible from the street. People who choose to grow their own plants must do so in their primary residence and where individuals under 21 cannot access the plants.
Yeah.
And that's through the state of Connecticut portal.
So there is 6.
Huh?
6.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But pushed out longer than I thought. So
Yeah.
So they can start doing it in October,
Yeah.
which is next week.
Yeah, it's a couple of weeks away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's a Friday, just in time for the weekend.
It doesn't grow that fast though.
No, I know.
Yeah.
But still. So that's pretty interesting.
Yeah.
That's pretty interesting.
I wonder how many. I mean, there will be some people. There will be some people growing it. But,
There are.
yeah, I wonder we even get the seeds. I wouldn't even have any clue. You can't call them up on Amazon. Can't go down to a local seed store and get them.
Yeah, I'd like to get some tomato seeds, cucumber seeds. I'd like to get some squash seeds, and let me get some of that Acapulco gold.
Yeah. I'm not even sure if they can mail it to you. Is it legal to mail it?
They're seeds.
Yeah, I wonder.
I don't know.
I don't know. You kind of wonder. Because not all states have it legal. So.
Nobody wants them in their blunts. They pop.
I don't know. I'm sure there's seeds available somewhere. I would know where to go get them. But
I used to watch my mother clean it, roll it.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but it's got to be dried.
Oh, yeah. I guess, but I mean, they didn't wash it. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm talking about just, it was like almost like sifting or whatever. She would get rid of the seeds that way.
Oh.
And I don't know. I just remembered I didn't like. It's one of those smells that you like it.
It's a sticky smell.
Yeah, I was not a.
It's
not
very
a fan.
distinctive that you can tell.
What do you think this is going to do to the CBD market?
Oh, it's going to kill it.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's going to kill it. Yeah.
What about you folks? What do you think it's going to do to the CBD market? Because CBD, for the last year has been like, buy CBD last year and a half and stuff like that.
It's kind of going down.
It's a fad.
Oh, yeah.
I always thought it was a fad,
Yeah.
personally, and
Yeah.
I've never tried CBD.
I have.
You didn't really care for it, right?
I didn't really. It tastes like crap.
You're supposed to eat it?
No, it's a liquid. What you do is it's a liquid.
You said it tastes like crap.
Well, it does.
Well, how do you know?
Well, because you put it under your tongue when you take it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I've tried it. I mean, don't get me
You're a little
wrong.
more nefarious than we realize, aren't you, Paul?
I tried it because you have a lick of pain or something like that. Your back bothers you or something. So I tried it.
Yeah. Hangnail.
No. No. I probably still have a couple bottles home.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah. Don't use it.
No good, huh?
No, and it's like 2,000 milligrams. It's strong stuff. So, yeah.
My dad only has one bottle of stuff.
Yeah.
Cod liver oil.
Well,
He swears by it.
a lot of people.
Daryl says, what about the CBD guy on Main Street? He just opened. Well, I already heard that he was selling out.
Yeah. I think he realized.
I heard from a couple of people that he was selling out for like $15K. That's what he's looking for.
I think he realizes that.
I don't know if he's looking to sell out or they're trying to open up other locations. They're selling franchises. I don't know, but I think personally, I think CBD is going to be a dangerous business to get into right now, especially.
Yeah. Why would you get CBD when you can get the real thing?
Yeah,
because you can take and use medical marijuana, or you can just limit your amount that you take.
Mm-hmm.
And you probably get more out of it than taking spoonfuls of CBD oil.
Yeah.
So but to each his own. I mean, it works for some people.
Do you think maybe that you should have just taken more of the CBD?
Maybe. I don't know.
You know, did you not take enough? Were you?
Maybe. I don't know.
You know, I don't either. I don't know.
I mean, I
how
already
that
tried
really
it a
would
couple
have.
times. And we only did it because my wife had back problems, so we tried it.
Got it.
But nah. Yeah.
It did not work for her.
I think at first it did, and then it kind of like didn't work that well anymore. So,
Got it.
but a lot of people swear by it. You know, they say
They do.
They swear by it, but again, it all comes down to probably the quantity that you take. But who the hell can afford to use a bottle a week when that's close to $150?
Steve says CBD isn't going anywhere for medical patients. People want the pain relief without the high.
Yeah, that's could be.
And he also says CBD isn't weaker THC. It's a completely different chemical compound. The former is psychoactive. The latter is not. Steve, I'm curious. Do you own a CBD establishment? Check that reverse that he says. But I understand what he's saying.
Yeah. Well, like I said, some people swear by it that it helps them a lot.
Yeah.
I mean, let's face it, they a lot of people don't, it's not just for pain, it's to calm people down as well.
Mm-hmm.
You know, a lot of people use CBD oil for that. Maybe even give CBD oil to animals.
Sure.
So maybe he's right. You know, maybe there would be. I don't think.
I'm not sitting here,
No,
saying I know.
But I think the market may not be as big as it is now because a lot of people are going to move over.
He says, I work for a medical marijuana producer in Connecticut. They supply to dispensaries. Do you get a discount? Sorry. That was inappropriate, but funny at the same time.
Yeah.
I don't know. I do think that the CBD market, because I think you're going to have people that will convert.
I think so.
From a CBD, over to like marijuana gummies or something like that.
Yeah.
Or medical marijuana or something. Yeah. Now that it is becoming legal.
Yeah. I mean, it's good.
No laws are so.
A lot of the costs are the same. I mean, I used to pay like $150 for a bottle.
Right.
It's no different than buying the medical stuff. It's probably $150 a bottle. Mm-hmm. Same thing. Because it was the liquid she used to use too. She hasn't bought it in a long time, but
and I'm sure there's a big difference between the stuff that you can get from a medical provider, rather than buying it on Amazon.
What you cannot buy it on Amazon
or a local store. I think there's probably a difference. So.
Yeah, Amazon won't sell it.
And Kathy says all this pot talk is making me hungry. Here. Hey, what's up? There's some chips.
Yeah.
But I think Steve makes a good point, though. I think people want, the pain relief without feeling high.
I'm telling you, some people swear by it, that it really helps them.
I know I don't like the high, the feeling of anything. Yeah. That's why I really don't drink.
Yeah.
Because I don't like being like somewhat out of control of myself.
Yeah.
So and I don't smoke marijuana, for that same purpose. I don't do drugs for that same purpose.
Yeah. And keep in mind,
it doesn't make me any better than anybody else. It's just I don't like it.
Yeah. The marijuana in the 60s and 70s is a lot different than the marijuana of today. It's nowhere near the same. Yeah.
Steve makes a good point here too. It says CBD is popular among legitimate medical users. It is declining in popularity among the general public who liked the aesthetics of natural CBD products, who don't get any legitimate medical benefit from it, especially with the rise of legal THC.
Yeah.
So the consumer, the everyday consumer, which is kind of what I was saying,
right,
which I think will damage the CBD market.
I think the market will still be there, like he's saying, but it won't be as. They're going to lose some customers too. Yeah,
and you know what? They may float right back.
Yeah,
because they may not like it. They may try it and say, "Oh no."
Well, I tell you, if you go down to Montville, Uncasville, where that place is, people who don't like it. There's a lot of people going in that building.
Yeah. But remember, it's the only one around.
It's the only one around.
So, imagine if there were 6 of them.
Yeah.
Would it be that busy?
I don't know.
Probably not.
I don't know. I really don't know.
I don't think so. I think if there's like 5 or 6 of them, they're going to go to the one that's closest to them. You got to understand that people, the one in Uncasville, people are coming from near and fro.
Yeah.
To go to this one.
Yeah.
Anyone probably within a 20-mile radius.
20. Yeah. Yeah.
So.
I mean, I wonder how it's being done in Colorado. Let's speak Massachusetts. I wonder how busy Massachusetts, because they have more than one dispensary.
Well, there's more than one in Connecticut too. But
I know, but I wonder, because it's kind of legal up there, so I kind of wonder how
Mass, it is legal. They have stores.
I know, that's what I mean. I wonder how busy they are, because not only people going there for medical purposes, they're going in there for recreational as well. So I wonder how their stores are, if they're really busy or what. Well, again, that's not a good thing to apply either, because a lot of people are crossing over the border.
Yeah.
Are you either coming from Connecticut, or are you going from, I don't know whether Vermont has it or not. I don't know. They're legal. So they're all coming across. So maybe that's why they're pretty busy. I don't know.
Could be. There's a new breakfast food that has come out.
Oh, yeah?
It's called Pot Tarts.
Pops. Don't laugh. Don't laugh.
What flavor? Who cares?
You kind of laugh at that, but
Yeah, I do. I guffaw in the face of
who
it.
the hell knows? Did you ever think that you'd see all these different type of tasting liquors out there today?
Yes.
You thought you would see that.
Sure.
So
You mean like different flavors of vodka and stuff like that?
yeah,
Sure. Yeah. I same thing with marijuana and its legalization. Yeah.
so don't laugh. There could be something.
No,
out there.
that's why I do chocolate.
Yeah, there could be.
Because sure. I don't see anything's possible.
It is possible.
But you got to understand too, where I grew up. I grew up with a mother that smoked it every day.
Yeah.
When she came home from work.
Yeah.
And like I said, she used it in the sense of like medical marijuana, like people do today.
Yeah.
So it was just part of my life. I chose not to do it because I did it with her. She said, because she wanted me to know it, and I didn't like it.
Yeah.
So, and I was young.
Yeah.
And I just didn't.
Yeah, well, that's your prerogative. I mean, if you didn't like it, you didn't like it. Some people like it.
Our friend Dan says, my daughter bought me a CBD cigarette to help me get to sleep sooner. It actually worked, and I was able to fall asleep quicker. However, I don't know if it was the CBD that assisted the sleep or lack of oxygen flowing to my brain after smoking that for 20 minutes. It's a good point, Dan.
Yeah, have to try the oils.
Probably the CBD.
Yeah. Well, they got, like I said, they got the oils, little plunger, you stick it under your tongue, you squirt it in there, and
Really?
yeah, yeah.
That's no fun.
I mean, that's what they sell in a bottle, $150.
Yeah.
Oh, not cheap.
No.
Yeah, I mean, you could buy cheap crap for. I mean, it's got nothing to it. It's very.
If you want to go to sleep,
Yeah.
go to YouTube.
Oh,
Look at videos that have a 532 megahertz tone.
yeah.
Put that on, and number one, you'll have freaky dreams.
Yeah.
But you will just fall asleep fast. It's but 532 megahertz is one of those that just it's naturally calming.
No, I've never had that issue. So,
Huh?
I've never had that issue. So
No.
I have a problem falling asleep.
But what I'm saying, there are many methods.
There's many
things.
You can buy drugs. I mean, you can buy stuff at the drugstore.
Yeah, good, Paul. Yeah, you can buy drugs.
Drugstore.
Oh,
Yeah, they sell sleep.
you're
aids.
talking about okay.
Yeah.
But if you don't want to put anything into your body,
Yeah.
now look at me. I am all natural. I am incredibly buff for everything that I do.
Yeah.
Where's the bathroom? Over there. Maybe not. Morning, Hayden.
Well, we'll see. I mean, it's not a business I'm going to get into. So,
Why the greenhouse, Paul?
No, I won't.
Jenny said, "Get the kerosene. Get it now."
No, I won't ever grow it.
All right, we're going to take a quick break. We're going to break for news, and we will be back in just a couple of minutes right here and on SNSN.
Breaking news this hour from townhall.com. I'm Jeremy House. California Democratic Governor Gavin Newsom has defeated a recall aimed at kicking him out of office. Meanwhile, Republican challenger Larry Elder, while conceding his fight to become California's next governor, told cheering supporters that his side had lost a battle but would win the war. Political analyst Jim Ellis with EllensInsight.com says the GOP must return to campaign basics in order to win future elections.
They really absolutely have to get back to the old idea where you need your own agenda to run and have a positive alternative, particularly in this coming election when it appears that the Democrats aren't going to be nearly as possible as they have, nearly as popular rather, as they have been in the past.
Ellis spoke to the Salem Radio Network. The Biden administration is withholding $130 million in aid to Egypt over human rights concerns.
Even though the administration is holding back millions, it's still releasing nearly $200 million in military aid to Egypt. The move was quickly criticized by rights groups and some lawmakers. The State Department says the U.S. has serious concerns about human rights in Egypt. However, Secretary of State Blinken is allowing some of the assistance to go through in order to preserve security engagement in the Mideast. Greg Clugston, Washington.
The rival Koreas have test-launched ballistic missiles hours apart from each other in a display of military assets that came amid a faltering diplomatic push to strip North Korea of its nuclear program. A UN official says 4 million Afghans are facing a food emergency, and the majority live in rural areas where $36 million is urgently needed for the coming months. On Wall Street, Dow futures are ahead by 20 points. NASDAQ futures are up by just over 34. More on these stories at townhall.com.
Thinking about life insurance? What if you could make one free phone call and learn your best price from nearly a dozen highly rated, price competitive companies? Well, that's exactly what happens when you call SelectQuote Life. For example, George is 40. He's getting sky-high quotes from other companies because he takes meds to control his blood pressure. But when I shopped around, I found him a 10-year, $500,000 policy for under $25 a month. I'm SelectQuote agent Dan Savino. And believe me, if SelectQuote isn't shopping for your life insurance, you're probably paying too much.
For a free quote, call 800-523-3771. That's 800-523-3771. 800-523-3771. Or go to SelectQuote.com. Since 1985, we shop, you save.
Get full details on the example policy at SelectQuote.com/commercials. Or price could vary depending on your health, issuing company, and other factors. Not available in all states.
For the first time in 60 years of human spaceflight, a rocket is poised to blast into orbit with no professional astronauts on board, only 4 tourists. SpaceX's first private flight will be led by a 38-year-old entrepreneur who's bankrolling the entire trip. From Cape Canaveral, Florida, correspondent Marcia Dunn reports Jared Isaacman is raising money to help battle childhood cancer.
He's using this flight as a vehicle to raise money for St. Jude Children's Research Hospital in Memphis. He wants to not just advance space travel, but he also wants to really do some good with pediatric cancer patients here on Earth.
Liftoff is set for tonight from NASA's Kennedy Space Center in Florida. Apple has unveiled its next iPhone lineup. The pre-recorded video yesterday gave Apple a chance to present a polished story following a turbulent few weeks. News and analysis at townhall.com. For the second time in just over 2 weeks, Louisiana is having to deal with tropical weather.
Blue tarps cover homes in Louisiana damaged by Hurricane Ida. Thousands are still without power. Now residents have to deal with what's left of Hurricane Nicholas. The tropical depression's winds have dropped off, but the rain remains. Governor John Bell Edwards.
One of the most distressing parts of this is the heaviest rain now is expected to fall in areas that were most devastated by Hurricane Ida.
Forecasts call for up to 20 inches of rain over the next few days from southern Louisiana to the western Florida panhandle. There will be flooding because the ground remains saturated since Ida. I'm Tim McGuire.
The UK posted the biggest jump in annual inflation on record last month as global supply shortages and rising wages magnified the scale of price increases. More on these stories at townhall.com.
News and information you need for your day. SNSN.
All right, let's take a look at the weather forecast for Eastern Connecticut with Paul the pot farmer.
Yeah, you'll be after me when I'm rich.
For your money.
Yeah, sure. Right now, the temperature downtown Jewett City is 72 degrees. Be a mix of clouds and sun around today. Highs will be around 81 degrees, so it'll be a little warm today. For tonight, mostly cloudy. Could be a few showers around. Thunderstorms possible. Lows around 65 degrees. And of course, for Thursday, rain shower.
Okay, you gonna get through, Paul? You're all right. You're all right. All right, just making sure. Make sure you're not having a stroke or something.
No. Rain showers in the morning with numerous thunderstorms developing in the afternoon. Nice, numerous thunderstorms.
Numerous.
That's a lot. Be 75 degrees. Could be a little windy though, 5 to 10 miles per hour. And of course, for Thursday evening, considerable cloudiness. Occasional possible rain showers around. Lows around 63 degrees. How's that? Nice sleeping weather though.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. And that's your weather from SNSN on this Wednesday.
Especially if you're stoned.
0915 2027.
Your news and information source. SNSN.
All right. I never know when you're going to stop.
Well,
Never know when you're going to stop.
you told me I didn't know the year, so I bumped up a couple.
All right. So one of the things that they put on there is that today's a holiday.
Today's a holiday.
Today's a holiday. People don't even know that today is a holiday.
What the hell's a holiday? I didn't know that.
You didn't know that today was a holiday? It is absolutely a holiday. You didn't know?
What is it?
Today is Butterscotch Cinnamon Pie Day.
Have you ever had a butterscotch?
No.
I would think that
I've
would be
never even had Butterscotch Cinnamon
That'd be horrible.
Pie Day.
That'd be horrible. I mean, the butterscotch would be good. Don't get me wrong. Butterscotch
Okay.
cream,
Yeah.
but put cinnamon on it. It usually goes with apples.
Yeah, that's kind of gross, isn't it?
Yeah. Ugh.
It is also. Dun, dun, dun. Will that work? No, probably not. I hate these damn things. Oh, anyway, all right. It is also Google.com Day.
Oh.
It's Greenpeace Day.
Oh, okay.
It's the International Day of Democracy. Now, these are all holidays celebrated on September 15th, right?
That'll probably go away in 20 years.
International Dot Day.
Dot.
Today's Dot Day.
Pot day?
Uh-huh.
Spelled it wrong.
It is Dot Day.
Okay.
It doesn't, there's no information. You can go to the dotclub.org
Okay.
if you want to know about Dot Day.
Who knows?
It's Make a Hat Day. That is today. It's National Caregivers Day.
Okay. That makes sense.
Here's another favorite. National Cheese Toast Day.
That might not be too bad.
Cheese toast.
That may not be bad.
Yeah,
It's still
very-
different than
It's like a grilled cheese.
Yeah, like a grilled cheese.
You know, my mother used to make. She said to me, well, actually, I shouldn't say used to make, but she did it once. You know, if she goes, Mike, when you get sick one day, I'm going to make you this thing that my mother made me when I was growing up, and if I wasn't feeling well. I said, oh, what's that? She goes, milk toast. I went, oh, okay. So one day I got up and I wasn't feeling good and had a little bit of a fever. So my mother goes, I'm going to make you that milk toast today. Oh, all right. So what she did is she literally heated up milk in a saucepan.
Yeah.
Made toast.
You stuck it in there?
Put butter on it. Put 2 pieces of toast on a plate. Poured milk over it. I felt better immediately.
Well,
It was amazing.
yeah.
It was amazing.
Oh,
But
man.
yeah,
It'd be kind of a
milk toast day.
soggy bread.
Jesse says yellow. Okay, purple. Milk toast day, Paul.
That's okay.
Or National Cheese Toast Day. It's National Creme de Menthe Day.
That's tasty if you don't get a lot of
Yeah,
it.
for people over 90. I mean, I don't remember that. I mean, that's kind of like shaving cream now. Creme de menthe.
Yeah, now it is.
You know?
I mean, you just can't eat, you can't have a lot of it. It's gonna be just a little bit.
So it's not only Make a Hat Day, but it is National Felt Hat Day.
Oh, special hats.
So make a felt hat.
Oh, remind me, I'll get down to Texas and do myself a cowboy hat.
Since it's Google Day as well, you can look for the
Oh,
instructions.
there you go. All this stuff
It
lies.
all just comes around in a big circle.
That's right. Google how to make a felt hat.
It's a National Linguini Day.
Oh.
National Online Learning Day. Yeah, tell that to the kids in school. They'll be like, screw you! It's National School Backpack Awareness Day. I'm aware that they use backpacks.
Yeah.
Great. Let's move on from that. National Tackle Kids Cancer Day.
That's really every day.
Mm-hmm. It should be every day.
Yeah.
And it's National Thank You Day. So thank you, Paul.
Yeah. Did you
Yeah.
did you see the article where there's five people going up in a rocket from a friend down there and the maker of our favorite electric car? There's five
Tesla?
Yeah, there's 5 people going up with his SpaceX.
Really?
Yeah.
It's supposed to be all
They're all civilians.
all civilians, yeah.
Yeah. But what I heard though, one of them was a billionaire.
Okay. Yeah.
And because he's going up in the SpaceX, he donated $100 million to St. Jude.
Good for him.
The reason why I said it was because you said it's National Cancer Awareness
Yeah.
for Kids. That's why
Yeah.
I mentioned it.
Steve says milk toast is another term for bland and unsatisfying. Yes. And it'll cure you real quick. As soon as you see that on your plate, you'll be like, "Ugh, I feel pretty good.
What I used to like.
And I couldn't even go to school. It was a Saturday.
Oh.
Can I go watch cartoons, Mom?
Yeah. They used to have milk crackers.
Okay. That sounds good. But what's the difference if you take your crackers?
No,
and
they
put
were.
them-
You didn't. They were just. I think they were just made with milk, and they were like a round cookie. I used to eat them with butter with my coffee.
All right. Since we're talking about old time foods, old time things, whatever.
Yeah.
Mincemeat pie.
Well,
Does anybody remember mincemeat pie?
I never liked it, but wasn't that like a Christmas pie that they used to have?
Yeah, Christmas and
Yeah.
Thanksgiving,
Yeah,
it's a holiday.
holiday
Yeah.
type, yeah. No, I never liked
I think it was like prunes and dates and raisins
Yeah.
and stuff like that. But
Yeah.
there's pork pie.
Never ate that either.
Pork pie's good.
I
I always like pork pie.
No, I don't.
Let's see. How about all right, here's something. It was a weight loss supplement. AIDS. I'm not. You can, folks. You can Google this. Since it's Google.com day. AIDS. 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 They came in a little box,
Yeah.
and they were little chocolate squares,
Yeah.
and they were weight loss supplements.
I guess you
So it was
didn't
a
try-
whole different.
You didn't try them, huh?
Oh yeah, I ate the whole box. It's kind of like X-Lax. Boy, did I have trouble. But I did. My mother would hide them, because she was trying to lose weight at some points, various points of her
But
life.
you found them.
I found them. Mom, I got the AIDS. It's not funny, but it's true.
I never heard of them.
Little
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Oh,
How about Stripes juicy fruit gum? The stripes, the animal stripes.
Yeah. Juicy fruit had a different kind of flavor to it, if you remember.
Let's see. You guys lived through the 70s, You're damn right. We're still here. I did not, he says. Please tell me what was everyone's fascination with gelatin. Everything had to be Jell-O. Oh, come on. He's right. He's right. Jell-O molds.
Yeah.
They made, remember those Jell-O molds?
Yeah.
Come on, everybody, brought them to the holiday picnic. What you got? Got a Jell-O mold. Is there fruit in it? Bananas. All right.
I never liked Jell-O.
I love Jell-O.
Really?
Love it.
I couldn't stand it.
Love it.
Never touched it. To this day, I won't even eat it.
Love it.
Nope.
La,
Pudding
la,
is
la, la,
different.
la.
No, not Jell-O.
What?
Pudding, yes. Jell-O, no.
See, pudding is something is a totally different thing with me.
Yeah.
See, I will eat pudding, whether it's the cooked or the instant.
Yep.
And I'll enjoy either one, but I prefer the kind you cook.
Yeah, it's better. I've made it quite a few times.
So I'll take the chocolate pudding, I'll cook it, and you got to keep stirring.
Yep.
And then I won't even put it in bowls.
Really?
I'll just take and put it in the
You know
fridge.
what you got to do is to put marshmallow in it.
No, too much.
No. You haven't eaten until you've tried the marshmallow.
No.
Yeah.
No. CBD marshmallow. Hey. No, but I would take the saucepan, put it right in the fridge. Sometimes I put it in the freezer.
You're lucky because you're getting it out of the pan because it used to stick to the pan all the time.
Well, that's why you had to keep stirring
I
it
know
and
that,
do it
but
on like low to medium high. Oh, I got it down to a science, Paul.
Oh, okay.
All right. Then I would put it, like I said, I put it in the freezer for 5 minutes.
Oh,
and then
it fast.
And then I took it out. And then that was just enough to have the skin
on the top.
Yeah. And it was just kind of like warm. So I would take the skin and I would move it to the side.
What's wrong with the skin?
Oh, hold on.
Okay.
Hold on. And then I would eat warm chocolate pudding. Warm. You ask anybody in my family what my favorite dessert is. It's warm chocolate pudding.
Wow.
My stepmother, for my last year's birthday, brought me a crock pot full of warm chocolate pudding.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
That's a lot of pudding.
Yeah.
You probably hate
It was
the whole
glorious.
thing.
It was glorious. Absolutely glorious.
Wow.
Pork pie. We're talking about. Cindy says pork pie after midnight mass on Christmas Eve.
Yeah, that's true. She's right. Exactly.
She also says, yuck, Jell-O molds. Fruit and Jell-O don't belong together. Yes, they do.
For some people.
Yes, they do.
I hated it.
Really?
I would never.
My mother would do it with fruit cocktail.
No. Well, yeah, I've eaten fruit cocktail, but I would never eat Jell-O.
I'm assuming it's loved, not lived. I love nothing better than Swiss Miss chocolate pudding when it used to come in tin can. Oh, yes. And in the pop top. Do you remember the puddings? You can get vanilla tapioca and all those. Yeah.
You can still buy a lot of those instant puddings now.
I know.
Yeah.
But nothing beats warm chocolate pudding. And then if you take a little pat of butter and you put it on top of that warm chocolate pudding, Paul,
no.
It is a slice of life.
No. I put marshmallow in. Liquid marshmallow.
Liquid marshmallow? You mean like fluff kind of stuff?
No, not the fluff. Liquid.
Oh, okay.
Just pour it in when it's hot, and then it cools, and then the marshmallow is all mixed into it.
It's delicious.
Yeah. No.
It's got to be warm.
No. Not necessarily. You can just you like it warm, but
it's got to be warm, not hot.
Yeah, okay.
Warm chocolate pudding.
Either way, I mean,
don't hate, Paul. Don't hate on the warm chocolate pudding.
Oh, I wouldn't. It tastes good though.
Have you ever had it?
Have
you ever had it?
Oh yeah. No, I've eaten it when it was
You're
warm.
talking in
Not
circles.
hot.
Right? You're talking in circles right now.
No, I ain't.
I got you going.
I eat both ways.
Donna says he makes pork pies at Thanksgiving
Yeah.
and Christmas.
About the only time people bake pork pies really is during the holiday season.
Cindy said many a Jello mold went bad in our fridge because obviously I wasn't living there. Because if I was living there, no Jello mold would go. People used to do them in bundt cake things. Remember bundt cakes?
Yeah, there was.
That's another 70s thing. Bundt cakes.
Yeah, bundt cakes. Yeah.
For people that didn't know how to make cake, you just throw it in this circular thing.
Yeah.
It's a bundt cake.
Yeah.
You flip it over and it's got it looks like somebody's ass.
Yeah, it's got a hole in it.
but it was delicious.
I mean, they still have those pans today. I mean,
Oh, sure they
not
do.
going away.
Sure they do.
Yeah.
So what other kind of desserts or foods do you remember from back in the day that we really don't have today?
We don't have today.
Well, that are not readily available.
Oh man, I don't know.
What is something that you used to eat?
Most of the stuff is still available.
Okay.
Warm chocolate chip cookies,
Yeah, you can still do that today.
Toll House.
Mm-hmm. What's the difference between chocolate chip and Toll House?
I don't think there's anything. Just a name brand.
No, Toll House is.
Might be a little heavier.
There were cookies. No, they were just basically cookies that were brought to a Toll House.
Oh.
And
So what'd you do? Give them when you went through the toll, or what?
no, it would be like relatives or whatever that would bring
Oh.
them, and because that's really where they originated from,
No,
so they called them Toll House.
Toll House.
Toll House cookies.
Yeah.
You didn't know that, did you?
No, I did not know that.
Okay,
I just
You're
learned
right.
something.
it's like peanut butter cookies.
Peanut butter, yeah. Peanut butter.
Always on the holidays, somebody's bringing peanut butter cookies
Yeah, I don't
with
know.
with the Hershey's Kiss right in the middle of it.
Oh yeah, yeah. Those are still done today. Yeah. I don't really know any old desserts that are no longer around.
Okay,
I can't.
pineapple upside down cake.
Well, I don't. I mean,
It's available today, but that was a bigger
that
thing
was a
back in the
big
day.
Thing, yeah. Used to make. Yeah. Yeah.
Let's see. Let's see if I can find something. What kind of
I was thinking of
desserts?
one of those pineapple upside down cakes a while ago.
Quiche, cheese balls, pasta primavera, stuffed vegetables with meat. How about salad bars? Not too many of them anymore.
Shepherd's pie.
Huh?
Shepherd's pie. Shepherd's pie.
Yeah, I love shepherd's pie.
It was a cheap
Yeah, it still is, and it's still delicious.
Yeah.
All right, Waldorf salad. That shit was gross.
deal. Yeah.
It was, you know what it was, right? Had walnuts and marshmallows and fruits and whatever with mayonnaise.
Oh boy. How about hamburger helper?
How about tuna helper? That
I
was
know, but I
gross.
don't know if it's still around.
It
I
is.
don't know. Is it? Yeah.
How about green angel food lime cake?
What the hell? Oh,
Yeah. Fruit cake. Nobody ate the fruit cake, man. Nobody ate the fruit cake. Oh, what did Jimmy bring? Jimmy and Marcia? Yeah, they brought fruit cake. Oh, how nice. Throw that thing away.
yeah.
Nobody eats the fruit cake. And the fruit
And then
cake
when
was-
it's got a little stale, you can use it for a gigantic hockey puck.
ham and banana hollandaise.
Nah,
Okay.
no way.
Flandango.
No.
These are creamy Dutch apple dessert.
Uh,
I can see that
well,
happening.
Dutch apple has raisins in it.
Huh?
Dutch apple has raisins in it.
How about pie?
Dutch apple pie.
No, how about making a pie
Yeah.
by going to the store and getting the graham cracker crust and just filling in any pudding.
Yeah, done that before.
And then you put whipped cream on it. It's chocolate cream pie. There you go.
That's correct. That's the easy way to do
It's
it.
better than the fruit cake.
Yep.
Rice Krispie treats. Still get them today, but
Yeah, you don't see too many. I mean, I'm sure people still make them.
huh?
I'm sure people still make those sticky little things.
Let's see. What other desserts are there that were really, really good? But anyway, this is back and goes way back into the 70s and the 80s and stuff like
Well,
that.
the conversation went from pot to desserts.
Steve said Waldorf salad is an abomination. You know what? My mother loved it, And she would say, and she would just eat it, and I'm like, it's gross.
Yeah.
Cindy goes, my dad used to make shit on a shingle, which is it's what, chipped beef, right?
Chipped beef.
In gravy.
Yeah, toast. Yeah.
Oh, Hostess frosted fruit pies.
Yeah, those were actually pretty good. The little flake of sugar on the top. Yeah, they were good.
Those are good. Those are tasty.
Yeah.
How about regular Pop-Tarts? Just regular Pop-Tarts.
Never really ate pop.
You know, I'm not talking like the silly ones that they have out now, like peanut butter and jelly or s'mores Pop-Tarts. I'm talking like strawberry Pop-Tarts.
I don't know. I never really ate Pop-Tarts.
Waldorf, that's the best one yet. Waldorf salad is an abomination. It freaking is. Snowballs.
They're still available.
Those are still available too. The white things with the coconut on it.
Man, they come in different colors. But in
Do they
fact,
really? Pink?
Pink, yeah. I just bought my wife some, what color are they? Yellow, I think. I just bought them.
Yeah.
She loves those things. So,
Bunny bones.
they're still available.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, a lot of those are.
I like
Well,
bunny
Hostess
bones.
went out for a while, and then somebody else took over. If you remember,
Was it Tasty Cake that bought them?
I bought Devil Dog.
Yeah. Yeah,
They're still-
Hostess is not Hostess anymore.
It's
by
not a
another
company, but they're still making this.
But then they came out with the Twinkies again, and they sucked.
Yeah.
But then they actually got the recipe from Hostess, and now they're decent again. But it's like, I think it's like Tasty Cake. It's actually, I think the company's in Mexico that bought them. So, but yeah.
Yeah, they're still coming out. Yeah. Trying to think what else. Oatmeal cookies.
Did you ever see Zombieland?
Huh?
With who the hell was in it? Woody Harrelson.
No.
Well, it was a movie that it was a movie that zombies were killing everybody,
Yep.
and there were different people that were left, and they were trying to find each other and go places, right? And all Woody Harrelson wanted was to find Twinkies. So he goes, I always think of the scene from Zombieland where they open the Twinkie truck and it's just snowballs inside. And he's like, oh, he's so angry.
Oh, man.
He's so angry. It's true, though.
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of
He ended up finding Twinkies at one of the parks.
A lot of the desserts we have today, a lot of them you can there's so many of them today that they're already pre-made. And it's so easy to just heat them up. You can heat them up in a microwave or a small oven.
Melissa actually made chocolate. What is it called, Cindy? You knew. Sake, chocolate Black Forest cake.
Oh, you're talking about the round ones with the chocolate inside?
No. It was a cake.
Oh.
A chocolate cake. It had cherries on the top.
Oh.
And then it had whipped cream, like a Cool Whip on the top. Let's just say I had my share of that.
Yeah.
It was delicious.
Yeah, but I mean, today
She didn't really like it.
Yeah, today
She was like, eh.
So easy for people to make desserts because everybody's in a hurry.
Well, everybody's in a hurry. Yeah.
So now you just go to the market, pull one out of the freezer.
Make it in an Instapot. You can do anything in an Instapot. Is that a train?
What the hell was that?
That's a train.
It sounds like a train.
Where the hell is it coming from? Did they reopen?
Is there a train coming down Main Street?
I don't know. Good.
Wow.
All right, Paul. Thank you very much again for a fine morning with you, and thanks everyone.
We went from pot to sweets.
Huh?
We went from pot to sweets.
That's because we're stoned. No, not really.
Not really.
So we're going to bid you adieu for today. Thank you, folks, for joining us and all the great comments. And it was a good conversation today. And we'll be back tomorrow morning once again. And we'll do it once again right here on SNSN. Now, I'm going to go ahead and play some messages. I hope you listen to them, and I hope you patronize these fine businesses, because they're the ones that allow us to go out and bring you local sports and local news. And maybe not just in the morning, but like when you see something posted at 2:00 in the morning because I was out covering a story or something like that. These are the folks that make that possible. And we certainly hope that you find them on Facebook, give them a like on Facebook, and certainly patronize their business. you would. They deserve it because they do a lot for the community. So have a good day. See you tomorrow.
Don't just wish for a winning deal. Make it Dish. It will make it real. Don't just wish. Make it Dish.
Hey everyone, this is Ellis Dish from Dish Motors. We're back better than ever with our new sales and service center on Route 32 in North Franklin. Everyone says there's nothing better than dealing with the dishes, and here's why. Selection. We have the area's largest inventory of off-lease, one-owner vehicles of all makes and models. You name it, we got it, or I'll get it for you at no additional charge. Quality. Each vehicle goes through a rigorous 120-point safety and quality check. Nothing leaves the lot without my personal approval. Convenience. We have financing sources for almost any situation. We offer on-site registration processing, and we have maintenance programs for years of stress-free ownership. And now open for all your maintenance needs. Our full-service repair facility, where oil changes start at just $19.99. Call today for your appointment or just stop by. So save thousands and deal with the dishes. Route 32, North Franklin. Or check us out online at dishfranklin.com. Or ring us, 860-383-4750.
Don't just wish. Make it Dish.
Hey, I'm Jess, but you can call me the Tire Queen. For the best deals on tires, come and see me at Advanced Automotive on Route 138 in Griswold. Call me at 860-376-8687. But definitely don't talk to my dad. He's definitely not the Tire King.
And right now, Jess the Tire Queen has great deals and excellent service waiting for you at Advanced Automotive, Route 138, Griswold.
Tire Queen.
Family owned and operated. That's something you don't hear too often anymore. Highway Campers of Plainfield is now 3 generations in and going strong. If you're looking to upgrade or get your first RV, contact the family that knows RVs, Highway Campers. They'll walk you through the process of finding the right RV for you and can even finance it for you. Visit www.highwaycampers.com and find your home on wheels. After all, home is where you park it. Highway Campers is a proud supporter of Griswold Youth Football.
Hello, I'm Miranda Mahoney, Project Coordinator of Grizzle Pride, your drug-free community.